some water. I forgot my water. um, should you make your kids go to college? Listen, the way I feel about it, I mean, if college is for you, sorry about that, guys. If college is for you, then hey, more props to you. Do it. Do what you have to do. I'm not against college, but I'm not with it either. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, if my daughter was to come up to me and tell me, Mom, oh, college is not for me, I don't want to go to college, or listen, I'm not going to be upset at my daughter, or, oh, college is the way to go. College isn't for everybody. And just because you don't go to college does not mean that you're an idiot or you're not smart. There's a lot of people that didn't go to college and are way more successful than people that did go to college. And honestly, I know people now that went to college for 4, 6, 7, 8 years and are doing nothing of what they went to college for now. Their career is not even based on what they went to college for now. So honestly, sometimes I feel like really think of what you really, really want to do. Don't waste your time on college and then end up not finishing it because you realize it's not something you like, and now you have a whole debt. Now you got to pay I don't know how much money, because college is expensive. It's very expensive. And I'm not against college, of course. Like, if my kid was to come up to me and tell me, Mom, I'm going to college or university, hey, I'm happy. Hey, go ahead. Of course I'm not going to be against it. But if my kid was to come up to me and tell me, you know what, Mom, college is not for me, I'm not going to be disappointed at my kid either, like, as long as they do something. And see, the thing is, these 4 years of high school for these kids, this is the 4 years that's really making our kids, is making them into the people and the little grown-ups that they're going to be, in the future. So, really think about what you really, really, really want to do. And I tell my daughter all the time, you don't have to, go to university, do 4 years, but you have to do something. What you need to do something. You're not just going to sit at home and sit on your butt and not do anything for the rest of your life. No. So if it's not college, what's it going to be? You're going to be a mechanic. You're going to be a makeup artist. You're going to be, what are we doing here? Because you got to find something to do. Of course, I'm not like, oh, no, yeah, go ahead, just stay at home. No, yeah, okay, girl, you better find something to do. And that's the thing. Sometimes I feel like that's what high schools needs to prepare our kids for. Honestly, that's exactly how I feel about it. Because honestly, high school doesn't teach you things that you really need to know in life, like how to change a tire on a car. High school should teach you how to do that. Like, if you're ever driving and you're on the expressway and you get flat and you can't call nobody, and they should teach you how to do it yourself. Honestly, that's one of the things that I feel. Another thing that they should teach and give classes on is credit. How to maintain your credit, how to keep your credit. I'm not going to lie. My mom used to tell me about my credit a lot, and I didn't want to listen at first. I used to be like, yeah, whatever, Mom. Then my first credit card, this is a mistake you shouldn't make. My first credit card, I got it from Victoria's Secret, $500. Girl, you best believe I got that $500 and spent all of it and didn't pay it back. My credit started being bad. And honestly, I mean, yeah, bad credit, I think, is worse than no credit, or no credit is worse than bad credit, but still, I had some bad credit. I had to learn how to, pick my credit up, and afterwards they explained it to me. Had they explained this to me in high school, I wouldn't have been going through that. Another thing they should do, how to write an invoice for a bank when you go into a bank. Like, how to fill out the little paper, because a lot of people don't know how to do that. yeah, high school should teach you a lot of little things that are going to help you out in life, but like I said, don't be upset at your child for your child not wanting to go to college. If college is not the thing for them, then let them do what they want to do. As long as they want to do something, let them do what they want to do. And listen, you can't, example, if you have 2 3 kids, you have more than one kid, because if you have one kid, you can't really compare. But if you have a kid that went to college and another kid that didn't go to college, but they're both doing well, you should still be proud of both of them. It's not the fact that, oh, he went to college. I don't like the type of people that think that they, just because they went to college, they think they're better than somebody. I always said this: you're not better than me, I'm not better than you. And just because you got more hours in college for doesn't, make you could have all the hours and have an evil spirit, an evil heart, and be an evil person. That does not make you better. Nobody's better than anybody, But I mean, college, it really depends on the person, because there's people that love school. There's people that love to do homework. There's people that could sit online all day and do all type of, work. And hey, if college is for you, then more props to you. Go ahead. Honestly, I'm not against college. I feel like college, you get smarter, you get a lot of knowledge, you learn a lot, But college ain't for everybody. And just because college is not for your child, you should not be that upset at your child. And honestly, I mean, let's say you went to college and you finished college, and hey, that's awesome. But I'm sure you have to know people that went to college too that never worked in a single thing that they went to college for. And now they have all this debt. They owe thousands of dollars for 3 4 years that they wasted of their life, instead of trying to, I mean, maybe not waste, because I guess you could say you tried it and you didn't like it. But all those years, there, like I said, I know people personally that went to college for one thing and are doing nothing of what they went to college for. So if your child, excuse the background, because, I got kids and they, getting ready for bed. But, yeah, I don't think college is for everybody, And just because it's not for everybody, you shouldn't you discredit that person or be like, oh, no, listen, there's millionaires that didn't go to college, okay? There's plenty of people that didn't go to college, So, like I said, I'm not against it. If you're with it, hey, make sure that when you do go to college, it's something that you really, really want to go for, something that you really like. That, that you're not going to wake up and be like, oh, this job, you're going to wake up and be happy that you're doing it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I said, I feel like college isn't for everybody. So you shouldn't be upset at your kid or your child for coming to tell you, Mom, college is not for me. Or no, be a little open-minded, And the thing is, and like I said, you're not going to be like, okay, college is not for you. All right, no. Okay, so what is for you? What do you want to do? Let's figure this out together. And when your kid does whatever it is that they do, be proud of your kid. One thing I don't like is when people say they have. Listen, I'm sure there's parents that have favoritism. I'm sure. But one thing is, thinking it, and one thing is affirming it. Like I'd be like, oh yeah, I know my mom's favorite is my brother. And then my mom affirms it like, yeah, he is my favorite. I'm like, damn, like, I didn't even mean it like that. Like, listen, I don't think as the middle child, because I'm the middle child, and it's always the firstborn or the lastborn that are like the most spoiled, the favorite one for some reason. I don't know. That's how I feel about it, But I don't like when some parents say, they have favoritism, because whether you believe it or not, that kid gets hurt. I remember I used to be that kid, and I used to be like, sorry, And I used to be like, dang, like I'm not the favorite one. You know, my little brother's the favorite one, or my older sister's the favorite one. And I used to feel like the little ugly duckling. And my feelings used to be hurt. I'm not gonna even lie. You know, I used to be hurt about it. You know, like, oh my God, so I don't really like when parents say they have a favorite in front of their kids, because I'm speaking as a child. And of course, my pride would be like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. You know, when my mom or my dad would say, I'd be like, whatever. But deep down, I did care, you know? So try, if you have more than one kid, try not to treat one kid better than the other kid, because the other kid feels it. The one that you're not showing the favoritism to feels it. Listen, I'm gonna look. My daughter's 9. And you always try, I feel like I always try to be a good mom and try to be the best mom that I could be. But yet, our kids are going to tell us things, you know. Not too long ago, my daughter, you know, she was very, very hurt with me. And I wouldn't understand why. And she was just like, Mom, why do you love my little brother more than me? And I'm like, girl, what? What you talking about? She's like, yeah, Mommy, I just feel like you love him more than me. You always cuddle with him. You always this with him. You always that. And I'm like, oh, wow. Me, without knowing it, unintentionally was hurting my daughter's feelings, you know? And so I told her, you know, baby, no. You know, it's the same way when Papi gets home and you run to Papi right away. You don't run to Mommy. Does that mean that you love Papi more? And she's like, no. I'm like, exactly. I'm like, it's just Dre is more affectionate with Mommy. So that's why Mommy shows a little more affection to Dre. But that doesn't mean that I love Dre more. I love you three the same, you know. And she was like, okay, you know, and she felt better about it. And I was like, oh my God, my 9-year-old's feeling this way, you know. So as much as if you do have a favorite, don't show it and don't say it. Treat your kids the same. These are my thoughts. These are my opinions, right? And I always say I talk from experience. And being the middle child, I felt it, you know. And so yeah, you just have to treat each kid the same, you know. Even though even if you have a connection more with one kid than the other, because kids feel it, you know. But yeah, guys, anyhow, happy 420. It was nice talking to you guys. Make sure that, you know, I'm about to post that video on my IG, hopefully this week coming up. I will be on here more often, you know. My bad, I haven't talked